I'm sure you've realized by now if you've watched this channel that I have a type, and I'm not even afraid to admit it. My favorite non-Michael Jordan player of all time is Mavs legend Dirk Nowitzki. Show me a tall, elite shooting big man and I'm all in. Ironically for me, in the beginning, in 2017, I was not in, but now I've completely flipped. Because Lauri Markkanen is destroying all challengers like never before. As much as I'm not afraid to admit that I have a type, I'm also not afraid to admit when I was wrong, and when it comes to Markkanen, I was wrong. Very wrong. Coming out of Arizona, I was just underwhelmed. The shot was good, but never great, the defense was below average, and there wasn't much on-ball juice. I didn't see a path to star. I definitely didn't see this. Last season was his worst season in Utah. Only 47 games played, averaging 19 points, 6 rebounds, and 1 assist. Nothing special, and definitely not the play of someone fresh off of signing a 5-year, $195 million contract. But then, this summer happened. Eurobasket happened.
Markkanen, nowhere to go. Now he takes it all the way in! Skies and... Baldwin, gets blocked by Markkanen.
And there he averaged 23 points, 8 rebounds, and 3 assists while leading his home country of Finland to a surprising 4th place finish. From there, the buzz slowly started building. Is he coming back into form? Is All-Star Lauri Markkanen back? Eurobasket wasn't a fluke highlight reel. It was a preview. A lot of players have made one All-Star game and nothing else, nothing special. I thought Lauri was that kind of guy, and I was wrong. In Eurobasket, I started seeing it all come together.
There's Markkanen. Fades. Yes! Locking up. Trying to hold Markkanen gets free! Taking it deep. Ratty and Andronikashvili drives in. Nice hesitation. Oh, he gets blocked!
The active defense, his unselfishness on offense, and the knockdown shooting from everywhere on the court. All in games that actually mattered. I think my main hesitation with him was everything he had done was in a losing effort, in games that didn't really matter. He hasn't played a single game in the playoffs during his 8-year career, and I thought he was what I like to call a good stats, bad team type of player. You know, a Bugatti in a trailer park. Sometimes that title is warranted, but for Markkanen, this version of him, he's not that kind of guy. Now, if I loved his Eurobasket performance, there needs to be a new word for what I feel about his play so far this NBA season. Let's start with this. He is leading the Jazz to playing winning basketball, not just a feisty bad team staying in games. This team looks legitimately good, and Lauri is the #1 reason for it. His stats though? Wow. He is averaging a top 5 in the whole league, 33 points a game. Shooting an absolutely ridiculous 60% on twos, 40% on threes, and 91% from the free throw line. That's not elite. That's another word beyond elite. But wait, there's more, just like Billy Mays used to say. He is top 5 in the entire NBA in scoring while ranking 45th in usage. 45th! Just for a reference to help you understand just how crazy this is, the other 4 players in the top 5 of scoring all have a usage rate ranked in the top 10 in the league. In the overall usage rate rankings, he is surrounded by backup point guards, secondary playmaking wings, and second-year centers. He's not ball stopping, calling for clearouts, he's moving.
Hand off Walker to Keontae. Here's Markkanen, jumps out for 3. That's a big splash, another triple to Jazz.
Pin downs, pick and roll slips, spot ups, early offense, back cuts. He's leading the Jazz by being the most efficient guy on the floor. I mean, he's the most efficient player in the entire NBA. To understand how crazy and how unique this is, I went back and watched every point he scored in his 51-point explosion in the win against the Suns. Of the 14 shots he made, 1 was off of an isolation play. Let me repeat that. 1 ISO play. In an NBA era where we have a lot of great individual scorers and teams' entire offensive strategy is to get ISO plays, Markkanen dropped 51 points in the flow of the offense. Of the 6 3-pointers he made in this game, 3 were off of design screens to get him open, and the other 3 were off of his teammates driving and kicking it out to him. 6 made threes, 0 dribbles taken. 0. Add in a perfect 17 for 17 from the free throw line, and yikes. This is the type of player every coach wants and every team needs. And that's what leads us to the elephant in the room. The giant 7-foot 1-inch Finnish elephant. What do the Jazz do with Lauri Markkanen? Utah's competing, but the West is brutal. At best, they're 12th this season, and with another top 6 pick in this loaded 2026 NBA draft, maybe 10th next year. I want to see Lauri on the biggest stage now, while he's in his prime, playing the best basketball of his life. Jazz, please free this man and get him to a playoff team. If he keeps this up, teams will be backing up the Brinks truck full of assets. Utah says they're done tanking, but some offers are going to be too good for them to pass up. So, what do you think teams would offer? Well, first off, what do the Jazz want? Young players, picks, and cheaper vets that they can use as Lauri replacement or flip for more young players and picks. The most outlandish idea? The 76ers could offer Paul George and Jared McCain and all of their available picks. Do the Jazz love McCain enough to take Paul George back? Probably not. So the next one would be the Hornets could offer Miles Bridges, Tijian Salon, Liam McNeely, Sion James, and 3 to 5 first-round picks and swaps. No real star potential here, so it would have to be all about the picks and the Jazz banking on the Hornets doing what they always do and mess things up. But still a no for me. So let's try another one. Detroit could offer Tobias Harris, Ron Holland II, Bobby Klintman, and 2 to 4 first-round picks and swaps. Harris could give them some of Markkanen's production, Holland has a ton of potential, and the Pistons have some good picks to offer. Now, that's intriguing, but here's the best one. The San Antonio Spurs could offer Devin Vassell, Harrison Barnes, Carter Bryant, and 2 to 4 first-round picks and swaps. Vassell is a proven player the Jazz could keep or flip for more assets. Barnes is another cheaper Markkanen replacement, and Bryant is a very promising young player, and the Spurs have a ton of picks for the Jazz to choose from. Now, if I'm Utah, I'm asking for something elite back. I want Edgecombe from the 76ers, Kneppel from the Hornets, and Thompson from the Pistons, and Castle or Harper from the Spurs, but in the NBA, teams don't usually trade young potential stars, so these would all be off the table. For what is realistically out there in the history of these types of trades, the Pistons and Spurs have the best offers. Add this version of Markkanen to Detroit or San Antonio without gutting their core, and they jump straight into the finals conversation. The reason for that is because this Lauri Markkanen is destroying all challengers like never before. Now, to see another guy playing out of his mind and destroying every team in his path, check out my video on the 76ers Tyrese Maxey, because he's breaking games and defenses in real time. And if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and subscribe. It really does help us reach new NBA fans that haven't found us yet, and it helps you stay notified every time we upload videos. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.